You're watching As Automotives Reviews, the place where machines meet emotion and engineering becomes art. Today, we're taking a ride into the future, but not through concept sketches or distant promises. No, this is real. It's electric, it's sharp, it's unapologetically urban. Meet the Evoke Motorcycles Urban S, the electric street fighter that's redefining what it means to commute in style. The Urban S is not trying to be flashy for the sake of attention. Instead, it speaks the language of clean aggression. Angular body lines, a minimalist yet futuristic design language, and a stance that's somewhere between rebel and commuter. It doesn't scream performance, it whispers confidence. There's no exhaust pipe, no vibration, no roar, just a silent surge of torque ready to launch you into the cityscape. Let's talk about the specs, but not in the usual brochure reading way. The Urban S comes with a 19 kilowatts electric motor. That's about 25 horsepower, but don't let the number fool you. Because unlike traditional combustion engines, electric motors deliver torque instantly. You twist the throttle, and the bike responds with zero lag. We're talking 116 Newton-meters of torque, instantly available. That's more than enough to beat traffic off the line and slice through gaps with ease. Top speed, 130 kilometers per hour. Not meant for the Autobahn, sure, but more than enough for any urban expressway or ring road. And then comes the range, the holy grail of electric mobility. The Urban S delivers up to 200 kilometers in city conditions, thanks to its 10.04 kilowatt-hours lithium-ion battery pack. That's real-world range, not some test bench fantasy. In mixed conditions, a combination of highway and stop-start traffic, expect around 120 to 150 kilometers. Charging from 0 to 80% takes just 90 minutes with a level 2 charger. Full charge, around 4 hours on a standard socket. Not groundbreaking, but certainly convenient for overnight top-ups or a quick charge during lunch. But the real beauty of the Urban S lies not just in what it does, but how it does it. The throttle is smooth, not twitchy or abrupt like many early electric motorcycles. Evoke's engineers have clearly worked hard to tune the throttle mapping to feel intuitive. It's almost telepathic. As your wrist moves, the bike responds with a grace that makes riding in traffic feel like choreography. The frame is a steel trellis design, light, rigid, and built for agility. The riding position strikes a sweet balance between upright and aggressive. You're leaned just enough forward to feel involved, but not so much that your wrists hate you after 30 minutes. At 179 kilograms, the bike isn't featherweight, but the weight is perfectly distributed. It carries itself well in tight urban corners and flicks side to side with confidence. Whether you're filtering through traffic or carving through back alleys, it feels planted and predictable. Suspension is handled by a telescopic front fork and a preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. It's tuned for urban use, absorbent enough to handle potholes and speed bumps, yet firm enough to give you road feedback. The suspension isn't track spec, but that's not what this bike is about. It's built for the real world, and it excels in that role. Braking is sharp and progressive. Dual disc brakes at the front, single disc at the rear, both with regenerative braking assistance. This means not only do you slow down quickly, but you also feed energy back into the battery. It's a system that encourages smooth riding, and rewards it. The regen isn't too aggressive. It feels natural, and once you get used to it, it becomes second nature to rely on it while decelerating in traffic. Now let's talk tech. The Urban S isn't trying to be a spaceship, and that's a good thing. The dashboard is a full-color TFT display, clear and readable in all lighting conditions. It gives you all the key info: speed, battery percentage, range, ride mode, and real-time energy consumption. You can switch between different ride modes, Eco, City, and Pro, depending on how you want to balance performance and range. Eco is tame and efficient. City gives you a bit more punch. Pro, that's where the throttle opens up and you feel the full torque unleash. It's fun, addictive, and surprisingly refined. The Urban S is also smart. It's connected via Evoke's mobile app, allowing riders to track usage, schedule charging, run diagnostics, and even get OTA updates. It's part of the new era of motorcycles, where your two-wheeled machine isn't just a vehicle, but a smart device on wheels. And all of it works seamlessly, without being gimmicky or overwhelming. Let's address the real-world ownership experience. This is often where EVs win, or lose. The Urban S has low maintenance requirements. No oil changes, no clutch cable adjustments, no spark plugs or fuel filters. The drivetrain is almost maintenance-free. Brake pads, tires, and suspension components are the only things that wear. This means lower long-term costs and less time in the workshop. But perhaps the biggest question mark, especially in countries like Pakistan, is charging infrastructure. Here's the thing. The Urban S is designed to be charged at home or at work. It doesn't rely on fast charging networks. Plug it into a wall socket overnight, and you're ready to roll every morning. For city dwellers, that's more than enough. And if you have access to a faster charger, it becomes even more practical. Aesthetically, the Urban S is refreshingly different. It doesn't try to look like a naked gas-powered bike. It embraces its electric identity. The battery casing is sculpted. The lighting is sleek and all LED. The rear tail section is short, sporty, and looks like it belongs on a cafe racer. There's a modern confidence in the design, one that tells you this bike belongs in the city of tomorrow. Of course, no bike is perfect. If you're expecting long-distance highway touring, the Urban S isn't built for that. It's not trying to be a GS or a cruiser. And if you're after the brutal acceleration of something like a 0SR-F or a Livewire, this isn't that either. What it is honest. It gives you clean, silent performance for everyday use, with just the right amount of excitement to make commuting feel like riding, not just traveling. And that's what makes the Evoke Urban S special. It's a commuter that doesn't bore you, an EV that doesn't lecture you, a motorcycle that happens to be electric, not the other way around. For riders new to electric, or even new to motorcycling in general, the Urban S offers a gateway to the future without any intimidation. No gears, no clutch, no drama. Just twist and go. For experienced riders, it's a refreshing break from the noise, literally and figuratively. A reminder that motorcycling can be fun, simple, and silent. And that silence, it grows on you. You start noticing things you never did before. The sound of tires gripping the tarmac. The subtle whoosh of wind past your helmet. The quiet pulse of the city as you glide through it, effortlessly and emission-free. It's a different kind of thrill, but a thrill nonetheless. At the end of the day, the Evoke Motorcycles Urban S isn't just another bike. It's a statement, a choice to ride differently. To embrace technology not just for the sake of it, but because it actually enhances the experience. It's not about being louder or faster, it's about being smarter, cleaner, and more connected to the environment you ride through. If your daily rides are short, your commutes are urban, and your heart beats for progress, then the Urban S might just be your next bike. It doesn't try to impress with decibels. It wins you over with details. And that, in a world of gimmicks and overpromises, is something worth appreciating. This was Automotives Reviews. If you found this review useful, informative, or even a little inspiring, you know what to do. More electric machines, more combustion beasts, and more honest reviews, coming your way. Thanks for watching.